Hey everybody, I just wanted to keep from wasting a day of school and sort of make sure we do the same stuff today that you would do if I was there. And the first thing we're going to do is switch your top 10 chapter list. So just at the very, very top, make sure you even put down your name, date, and period number, and make sure you just call this the top 10 chapters. Okay? Top 10 favorite chapters, something like that. I can learn how to type. And once you get those switched, I want you to grade a person's paper for me, and they should have wrote down their chapter number. Let's just say their top favorite chapter was chapter 28, okay? And then they should have put down the title of that, so that would be something like Light and Optics. This cursor is so big, or the stylus is so big, it's hard to write with it. But the way you're going to grade this is you're going to get 1 point for writing down the chapter number, and you also get 1 point for writing down the name of the chapter. So 2 points for each one. There were 10 of them, so 10 times 2 gives you 20 points. So at the top of the paper, I want you to write down how many points they got out of 20. So if they got them all right, it'd be a 20 out of 20. Now, many people might have forgot to put down the chapter number. Well, this is why we're practicing this. If you forgot to do that, I'm going to let everybody take their homework home all the time. It's just not tonight. Anytime you miss something on your homework, you can take it home and redo it. And I will give you half the points back that you redo. So let's say you didn't do the chapter numbers and you got a 10 out of 20 on your homework. Well, if you take it home and redo it, I'm going to add 5 points to that. So your final grade would be a 15 out of 20. So instead of getting a U, you'd end up with a C. Okay? So homework should never hurt you in this class. It should always help you and be practice. And just like music or athletic practice, you need to practice to do some physics correctly, especially these problems. So always redo your homework if you did poorly on it. The next thing I want to talk about is the safety worksheet. So if you would, let's pass these top 10 favorite homework assignments up, and the substitute will collect that. And then we'll get this page out here. If I can figure out where I put it. There it is. There we go. And so you're simply going to write down what I have in red on this worksheet. So if you notice, the number 1 says assume the rectangle above is the classroom, locate the location or indicate the location of the fire extinguishers, and the red buttons there. So next to the door, so if you notice, I have these doors circled here. Okay, next to the door, you'll see these red buttons, and you'll also see a fire extinguisher. So I want you to write down red button and fire extinguisher. Also, over here by the closet, okay, you will see a fire blanket, an eye wash, and a shower. Now I'm going to run down through this pretty quickly, so anytime you need to pause the video, please do so, and that way it doesn't take up so much space on the computer. Okay? So we're going to go down to number 2 now. Number 2 says if you or your partner is hurt, immediately yell code 1. That's code 1. Do not yell my name, because I just usually start ignoring my name in lab because I hear it so much. Number 3, if you describe the exit procedure for a fire drill, well, you're going to walk down stairwell C, that's right outside the door, go right out the back door. Please walk down there silently. We're going to meet at the big smokestack or the chimney, or take attendance there. Then we're going to walk to Brook and Breck Street so all the fire trucks can get through and until the all clear. Now, for those of you who don't know, Brook and Breck is actually called that because Old Mail used to be at the corner of Brook Street and Breckenridge Street. So we renamed Durrett Avenue and now call it Brook and Breck. That's the street that runs between the church and the school, or the electric union and the school. Number 4, when fighting a fire, always keep yourself between the door and the fire. That way you don't get trapped. You can always get out the door that way. Number 5, we'll actually go outside and use a fire extinguisher when I get back. And there's this pin that holds the handle and keeps it from accidentally being pushed. So the first thing you need to do is pull that pin out. That's the first P. Then you point the nozzle at the fire, and then you push the handle. You could also use the acronym PASS, P-A-S-S. You pull the pin, you aim the nozzle, you squeeze the handle, and then you sweep back and forth. So either one works. The two ways to use a fire blanket: you can smother the fire or beat the fire, and then you can drag an unconscious victim across the floor. It actually becomes very, very easy with a fire blanket, even if they're really heavy. Number 7, anytime goggles or you heat something or glassware is being used, make sure you wear those goggles. Oh, wear your goggles. They will keep your eyes from burning out, so wear your goggles upon your eyeballs. If you don't, you must stay out. Number 8, what are the large red buttons located near the lab doors used for? Well, they shut off the water, the gas, and the electricity. They shut off all 3. Please be careful not to hit those when you walk out the door, because they also shut down my desktop computer, and so we'll lose any grades we have in there if you hit those buttons by accident. For a tornado, we're going to walk down stairwell C again. We're now going to go to T Hall, and we're just going to sit there facing the wall. But trust me, if we hear there's a tornado, I'm going to get down there quickly, and so that way we can stay away from any of the doors that open out, because we don't want you getting smashed. And also, I want to make sure we stay away from the glass trophy cases. Those things are going to be dangerous. Number 10, what action do you take during an earthquake? Well, you get under your desk or your doorway. Since we've got some big people in here, I'm going to give you something better to do when I get back. I'll show you what to do then. And then number 11, the gas jets, they are on when the handle is parallel or in line with the nozzle. So there's one way to turn them on, but you can turn them off 2 different ways. That's when it's perpendicular, the handle's perpendicular to the nozzle. So at least you'll have all this done, and I can just take you out for a little bit when I get back, and we're not going to be too far behind. The next thing that you should do is go ahead and keep this worksheet here. Don't pass this one up. Just go ahead and keep it. And the next thing the substitute will do, will pass out this worksheet right here. It says Solar and Lunar Eclipse worksheet. And you're going to watch this video. It's a little bit elementary, but it works. And also, by using page 540 and 541 of your book, I want you to label, draw, and explain what a total solar eclipse is. That's what you're going to see, we're going to see today in Hopkinsville. A partial solar eclipse, that's what you're going to see here in Louisville. Then in a few years, we'll see an annular solar eclipse. That's when it's total, but the moon looks smaller, so it doesn't block out the sun completely. And then a lunar eclipse. So you have to draw, label, and explain the alignment. Once again, you can use 540 and 541 of your book too, but the annular solar eclipse is not in your book. You'll have to watch the video to get that. Okay, we'll see you in a few days. Thanks for all your cooperation. Have a great day. Bye.